Hello everyone, it's Latasha Blanton with The Real South Africa. Thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel and watching our videos. We hope to send you more content that is worthy of your attention. The video you're about to see is a conversation that took place with a first-time traveler to South Africa. What we've learned is that people have a preconceived notion about what to expect when they get to South Africa. And this professional had a preconceived notion. And this conversation takes you through her journey of how everything she thought about South Africa was completely changed within 5 days. Thank you for watching our videos. Remember to subscribe, share, and we look forward to meeting you in person soon. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Hello everyone, it's Latasha Blanton with The Real South Africa, and today I am with
Lynn Trice.
Lynn is a new traveler to South Africa, and we're just gonna have a little conversation about the last 5 days since she's been here. So Lynn, if you could tell us a little bit about your last 5 days.
Wow, my last 5 days, it's been so much, Tasha, so much is going on. Number one, I think probably the first 48 hours, I had to unload a lot of mental baggage. Because it's nothing like what they show on the media. Absolutely nothing. My goodness, number one, it's very well developed. Number two, the people are extremely kind. There's a lie out there, some really incorrect narrative out there that says that the African people don't like African Americans.
Where do you think that comes from?
I think that it's a bigger thing, with colonization and what have you, to keep people separated.
And why do you think we believe that? Even though a lot of us have never really been here to know that when I say they welcome you home and you say they welcome you home, why do you think they won't take that information from people that are actually on ground, but they'll take it from someone who hasn't been here?
Simply because it's easier to believe the negative, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, you're never gonna know what an experience is until you have your own experience. Anything outside your own experience, it's just a personal opinion.
Word.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Nothing gets validated until you live it yourself. None of this was real until I got here. None of it. The way how beautifully developed it is, it's just as developed, if not more, than America. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why that was such a trip to me. I don't even know. And I'm like, wait a minute. If we go back historically,
right?
America was built on the backs of Africans.
The people that
period.
From here. Mm-hmm.
So why would you not think that the core would not be developed? Mm. If you could come and go and be taken away from your own country and just build a whole entire nation, not just any nation, because remember, America is a superpower. Why is America a superpower? And I have to be careful because my job, I'm political.
I understand.
And so when I come from things, it's never going to come from a surface. I'm always going to go deep.
Word.
And it's always going to be like you're in a class because that's what I do.
Word.
So it's very interesting here. Like I said, when I first got here, it was a lot of mental baggage that I had, period.
Did you know that the baggage existed, or did it appear when you got here and you said, what I'm expecting isn't computing? Like I was expecting one thing and I got something else, so now I've got to figure out how to make this work in my head.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Not everybody's trying to get to America. That's number one. For some reason, we think that all the Africans...
They trying to get to America. Why they want to come over here?
I'm like,
are they really?
Are they really?
Are they really?
I don't think so. I've met a lot of people who are real generations, go back to their tribe.
Word.
Can tell, when it comes to their ethnicity and all of that stuff in their national, they are very clear about that. So it's very different. And even with this, another thing that I thought was a very negative narrative that we as Americans have about these people, we feel like these people are always trying to get over. It's not that they're trying to get over. They are natural entrepreneurs. You know,
that's a good way to put it.
They are natural entrepreneurs. They are the entrepreneurship, the public entrepreneur, or the private or the hidden entrepreneurship that we see on TV, on MSNBC, but we think that it's okay. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
It's the way it's presented.
It's the way it's presented, as though their entrepreneurship is a hustle and they trying to get over on you.
Yeah.
No, that's not it at all.
It's
very
crazy.
interesting.
It's crazy. So since you've been here and you really had the opportunity to jam pack a lot of your time, tell me about any of the new people that you met. Have you made any connections? Do you have any friends now that you didn't have when you first got here? Do you have people that you think you might want to stay in touch with? Like, where are you in your relationship building with South Africa?
Okay,
with Africa?
so before I came here, I just didn't just come on the plane. I'm going, and that's it. I had made connections before I got here. I worked with the Mandela Fellowship. When he had the Yali program when President Obama had it. And so that was when he was bringing all the leaders and the young leaders of Africa to America, and he would put them around to all the different universities. So I was a peer collaborator, and through Howard University. So I had people on the ground who I had called. At the same token, my sorority is here. I reached out to those folks. I'm also in different travel groups on Facebook, and this is where I met the lovely Tasha and her husband Mark. You know, and they have their own traveling business and everything, the real South Africa. And we just started communicating. I think that being able to communicate and to be able to fellowship with other people who have been exposed, I realized that I wasn't as exposed as I thought that I was. Because people have a misconception that just because you're in the military that you're exposed. You're in the military and you're exposed, but sometimes it's confined. It's controlled, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
I do, absolutely.
But this time it was getting to know different people from like the Zulu tribe, them wanting to share with me their culture.
I always say that.
Yes,
they want to share that with you.
It's nothing that you can ask that's embarrassing or that's a dumb question, so to speak.
Right.
They want you to ask questions. And that's the only way that you're going to actually get to know these people, is to actually build some type of relationship with them.
And I know that I saw you post tons of things about some of the food that you've eaten. I will say this. You tried ostrich.
I did.
Now, my take on ostrich, I'll see if you agree. It looks like chicken, but has the consistency of steak.
Exactly. I thought that it would taste like chicken because it's a bird. It was like, I told my uncle, he said, oh, that doesn't look like it would be good. I said, this tastes like steak with a different type of marinade on it.
Exactly. It's weird. Your brain is like, looks like chicken, has consistency of steak. It's red meat, for sure. What else have you had?
God, what else have I had? I've had antelope.
Yeah.
And I hate to show forth my ignorance, but there's animals here that we don't even know.
Of course.
That I can't even say what all the stuff that I was eating.
But
you had
any bad dishes?
I haven't had anything bad.
Everything was good.
Oh, and let's talk about their drinks. Okay.
Oh, let's talk about the drinks.
Let's talk about the drinks.
Let's talk about the drinks, because if there's one thing we do, we find a happy hour. I promise you that.
The interesting thing about their drinks is that they put the right amount of alcohol, but you can't taste it.
Oh, it's
so
good.
It's like it hits you later on.
Like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't have had two of those.
And they put so much attention into it. Sometimes it's a bunch of chopped up fruit, and it will even sometimes have vegetables in there, like cucumbers. Cucumbers.
Yeah,
I had
zucchini and a drink one time.
One of my drinks had a frozen popsicle that was all strawberries in it. So it's just, they're very creative.
Absolutely.
And everything is used. Everything is used in terms of all the agriculture and all that type of stuff. Nothing goes wasted.
Absolutely.
So it's very interesting.
Absolutely. So of all of your days here, I think today is your...
I don't know. What is this? My 6th day?
No, but is it your last day?
It's my last day.
It's her last day.
And I'm really trying to process this, if I'm really going to get on this plane tonight. One of the things I have to say about being here is, like, because this is ours. No matter how you try to flip it.
How to make you think it's not for you.
This is ours. This is ours. It doesn't matter. So there also comes like, when you come here, it's not just all about you anymore.
No.
It's about a social responsibility. And let me back this up, because there's another misconception that these are poor people and we got to come over here and teach them how to be civilized, and we got to no. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Please
I mean,
do.
I don't know everybody's bank account over here, and I'm not saying, because you know, whatever your Bible or your holy book says, that the poor you'll have with you always.
Okay.
I am saying that there's just an economic game here. There is not just an economic game, but your gifts and your talents that you have in America, it's a whole lot easier for them to shine here. You feel like there's an internal thing, like you want to give back to Mama Africa.
Right.
This is yours. The whole trip, it's messed up my whole traveling itinerary. It really has. What do I look like running off to Europe? Not to say anything's wrong with that. And I believe that everybody from all over the diaspora needs to come here, regardless to where you're from.
Yeah.
You gotta come. It's in the air here. It's in the air. The freedom, the liberty to be yourself without a European standard set to it. It's different.
It's very different.
It's very, very different. All the things that we do in America as Black Americans, just to, I guess, let the general public know that we're not someone that needs to be feared, that you can trust us, and that we're not ghetto and da-da-da. I didn't feel like that here. I don't have to prove to anybody anything.
They just like you as you are.
They like you as you are. Your gifts and your talents, your accomplishments. I felt like in America, they belittle it. Nothing is ever enough. I know many of us African American people. We got tons of bachelor's degrees. We got
tons of
multiple master's degrees.
Keep going back to school. Go back to school so you can get accepted.
Yes, it's always like you got
accepted.
one more qualification. You're never 100% together. You don't always have. You're not ever ready 100%. Here, it's like, come as you are.
This is your real church.
What you have.
This is your real church.
This is real church. This is beyond. I don't even feel right calling it church. Okay?
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that.
And so I just feel like, not even I feel like, I know. There's no feeling in it. There's just, I know. This will not be my last time. I have to see other countries. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I had to go to political because that's who I am.
Word.
This has made me look at colonization differently. I always thought it was just African Americans that were messed up by it. Nope, and nope again.
One more time.
Okay? White supremacy, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think one of the biggest things that has happened when it comes to white supremacy and when it comes to colonization, they've done a good job with keeping us distant from each other.
Absolutely.
They did a good job.
That's
Let me tell you how deep that system was. They come over here to Africa and they colonize it, all right? Something that wasn't theirs anyway.
Word.
They take a portion of us over here to these Americas or whatever, but then years and years ago, African Americans can't afford to come back here.
Oh, that's a trip.
What you mean you can't afford to?
That's planned.
And it's true. It's planned.
You can't afford to go home.
Why is it that Groupon doesn't have coupons in South Africa, Ghana, Morocco, Ethiopia, but they got tons of them
To go to
London. They got tons of them to Bahamas. You can go to Miami. You could go to Las Vegas.
Keep naming
I
them.
just don't understand.
Keep naming them. Keep naming them.
It's just ridiculous. Cancun is one of them. We all go to Cancun. Okay, which is another one. We love a cruise ship. And that's another big When you travel to these countries, you don't travel to Africa to just sit at a resort. No.
They have resorts here.
And they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
But do I want to stay in them all day?
No, you want to get out there and see what's actually here. And because you've been able to see the food, the culture, the colonization, and not just from the standpoint that you say white supremacy. It's a system. If they can keep us from coming over here to get with our counterparts, brothers and sisters, then they continue to win. There's
empowerment with knowing who you are.
Absolutely.
There's empowerment.
Absolutely.
And I even have to say, even with the white supremacy and the colonization here within the continent, the one thing that tripped me out the most is that these people are not allowed to move amongst the countries as they feel like. So imagine in America, we have all these states, right? And I live in Kentucky. Right. I could get in my car, go to Tennessee. I could go to Georgia, to Atlanta. I could go right across. Here, it's not easy. Do you know that it is cheaper to take a flight to London and then come back to some other country in Africa than it is just to go from one country to another in Africa?
Because they got to keep you.
They trying to keep us controlled. They don't want you to be unified. They don't want you to have conversations of good ideas. They don't want you to have out of the box thinking. They got us.
So here's where we noticed when we went to meetings, Africa 2019, that all of the countries on the continent basically are having the same conversation that you just came with on your own, which is, let's make it easy for all the countries on this continent to keep the money on the continent. Because it doesn't make sense that it costs me too much money to get to Rwanda. I should be able to enjoy Rwanda because I'm in Africa.
I was surprised that a lot of people that are here, like right now we're in South Africa, there have been people who've never been to Ghana.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
But they're trying to change all of that as a continent because they understand that their power really is in their unification. So they're thinking the same thing that you are, and they're asking for diaspora, no matter where they are in Northern America, no matter what part of the world they're from, to just come back here and kind of get your feet on the ground like you did and see what it feels like. Because we've been trying to come up with the words to describe what it's like, and there are no words. There are no words.
I'm trying to think of a word.
There are no words.
Authenticity, maybe. Liberty.
I don't know.
I don't have the words.
All I know is that you don't know what's sitting on you until you get here and it dissipates. It'll return as soon as you get back on the plane and have to.
I dread it. You know, being here has also been a spiritual journey, a part of my spiritual journey.
Absolutely.
For so long, you know, I've had people to try to tell me who I am, what I need to do,
how to do it,
all this stuff. And the great thing about my spiritual journey is that, you know, the Creator allowed me to come here. If you want to know who you are, you better go all the way back to your roots. I don't care what's happened historically. Forget the lies. Forget the misconception. It is necessary. It is necessary. You said one thing about people are doing businesses with one another and they do accept you and what have you. Since you've been here, the thing that I want to ask you, is there any type of mindset or any type of hard work that we as African Americans need to do before we get here? What do you think?
What we always tell people, and it sounds cliche, but we ask people to check their American at customs. Check it there. Because you're going to come over here not on purpose, but you're going to come over here subconsciously with a Caucasian or European mindset, believing already that you're better than the people on ground. Leave that there. Leave that there. Leave your ego, all that at customs, and come stripped of all your titles. Just come. They will accept you as you are, and they will be willing to point you in directions that you would have never been able to get pointed in otherwise. They will show you, they will guide you, they will accept you, they will welcome you, they will help you, simply because you took the courage to just come back. How many times have you heard someone say, welcome home?
That's all. Let me tell you something. That is all I've been hearing. This hello, where are you from? America. Welcome home. And it's like, wow. In my heart of hearts, I do feel like this is home. I don't know which country exactly where my family comes from.
Doesn't matter, I don't think.
I guess it doesn't. But it's just, I feel like this is home. I have not, you know, gave up any type of allegiance to America.
I understand.
But I'm looking at it different now. It's the place that I dwell. It's the place that I dwell. Catch the words. The place that I dwell. But this is home.
And it feels like it. It's a feeling that It's a feeling that you can't put into words. It's a feeling that you didn't know you needed to feel, and it's a sense of peace, for lack of a better term. I think it's very, very peaceful. So I would say, lastly, what is the real South Africa to you?
The real South Africa is real identification of self for me. That's what the real South Africa is for me.
You got to know who you are. And if you don't know, if you're on that journey trying to figure out, you know, who you are, where you come from, you don't have to do your DNA ancestry. You can. It's fine if you want to do that. But we encourage you to just come to South Africa, have your own story, make your own history, and at the same time, visit us along the way. We'd love to hear your experiences, and you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on our YouTube channel. So we hope to see you soon. 2019 just started. Don't miss out.